All right, everyone. Thank you for attending the webinar. My name is Elliot Blatt, and I'll be presenting this free training to you all. I'm going to be going through a lot of information in the next few minutes, so please take a moment to turn off your phones, close any extra tabs in your computer, and pay really close attention to what I'm saying, because Dr. Singh's strategies are his own creations and are unlike anything you have ever seen before. So here's what we'll be covering in today's webinar. I'll be introducing you to Dr. Singh. I'll give you a quick introduction to his life story and how he became a master of options trading. Then I'll ask you why you're here. I'll get an idea of the audience that we have here on this webinar and how it can best benefit you guys. After that, I'll be showing you what are you going to learn today. I'll be showing you the three-legged, four-legged, and minimal risk strategies that Dr. Singh has created himself. After that, I'll be showing you how you can become successful with options trading and how you can personally work with Dr. Singh. So first off, who is Dr. Singh? Dr. Singh came to America with only $8 and managed to turn it into a multi-million-dollar fortune from various enterprises. He moved from the slums of India to one of the wealthiest neighborhoods in America. He even earned a PhD in options trading strategies from a California university. He even created an options strategy that is proven to have a success rate of 94% to 100% over the past 8 years. He is also the author of 16 books featuring the bestseller Stock Options Work Half Hour a Day. Dr. Singh has been trading for over 35 years, at times over $100 million in a single month in his personal account. Please make sure to stay to the end of this webinar because I'll be giving away Dr. Singh's bestseller, Stock Options Work Half Hour a Day. Thousands have been sold on Amazon for $19.95, and it will be your free gift simply for staying until the end of this webinar. Dr. Singh shows his expertise by discussing 28 different options trading strategies in this book. A blessing for beginners. At the end of this webinar, we will show you how Dr. Singh's students are able to receive free live options training from a well-known options trader. He's a frequently invited speaker at the Money Show, Traders Expo, and the Forex and Options Expo conferences. Like I said, I will talk about this more at the end of the webinar. Q&A during the webinar. We encourage you to ask any questions during the webinar. If you have a question for Dr. Singh, please use the chat box below. All of the questions will be answered before the webinar ends, either live by Dr. Singh himself at the very end or through email. Before we start, let me admit that our strategies are extremely conservative. Most of the time, you don't have to do anything the whole week after placing your orders over the weekend. This may seem boring for some people as they'll have nothing to do except wait for the results at the end of the week or month. Alright everyone, now I want to get an idea of why everyone is here on this webinar. There's about 300 of you here, so I'm going to go through these 5 options. Once I go through it, please select the one that most applies to you and type it in the chat box just so I can have an idea. Number 1, you're here to learn about trading. Maybe you've heard about people making money in the stock market, but you really had no idea how it's done, what are options, what are stocks, any of that thing, and you're just kind of here to get an idea. If that applies to you, just type a 1 in the chat box right now. Alright, I'm starting to see some ones. Cadence, Emma, Sophia, Sandeep. Okay, perfect. Number 2, you're here to learn about options trading specifically. Maybe you've traded some stocks, maybe you've seen some good return, and now you've heard about something called options where you buy calls or puts or spreads and strangles, and you really don't know much about it, but you're curious about learning more. So if this applies to you, type 2 in the chat box right now. I have Scarlett, Hannah, Layla, 222, Audrey. Okay, perfect. Number 3, you have tried and failed with stocks and or options. Maybe you've traded some stocks and options but never had any success. I really hope, none of your losses were big, but, maybe you encountered some losses and you just want to learn how the professionals do it and how they're able to limit their downside risk with huge upside potential. If this is you, type 3 in the chat box right now. Uh, I have Blake, Lincoln, Jordan, Tristan, Camden, Chase, Sean. Okay, perfect. Number 4. You're making money with stocks or options, but you just want to make more. Now, this is my favorite group of people right here because maybe you've traded some stocks or options in the past and you've won some money and you just don't know how to replicate that process or really be consistent at it. Maybe you did make a good amount of money trading stocks or options, but you really just don't know how you did it or anything like that. So you want to learn a true process of finding these perfect opportunities every week or every month consistently. If that applies to you, type 4 in the chat box right now, please. Camilla, Sydney, Jasmine, Scarlett. Okay. Number 5. You have heard of Dr. Singh and just wanted to learn more about his strategies. Maybe you've heard about his story of trading over $100 million in his personal account in a single month. Or maybe you've heard about his PhD in options trading or his research report showing a 98% average success rate over the past 8 years. You just wanted to learn more. You wanted to attend this webinar to see what his strategies are all about, and you wanted to learn more. If this applies to you, type 5 in the chat box right now. Anna, Ariana, Adam, Parker, Austin, Thomas, Zachary, Nolan. Okay, there's a lot of you guys. Okay, perfect. Now I have a pretty good idea of who's on this webinar, so it's perfect. I thank you all for joining me. Let's get started. What I'll be showing you today is how to use monthly options to get paid on the third Friday of every month, month after month. And I'll also be showing you how to use weekly options to get paid every Friday, week after week. We will even talk about a strategy that has 100% probability of profit as per our Interactive Brokers account. I'll also be covering the 4-legged, 3-legged, and minimal risk strategies plus 2 additional bonus strategies. Now I'd like to share Dr. Singh's very unique guarantee with you all. His promise is the following. We will refund your full program fee if you lose money from investing with at least 2 of our monthly recommendations in a single month plus compensate you up to $1,000 for your loss in equity. This guarantee is unlike anything you will ever see in the industry. Dr. Singh is putting his own reputation on the line to show you that his trades and strategies are proven, trusted, and they work. He's the author of his best-selling book, Stock Options Work Half Hour a Day, How 12 Investors Made Billions in Stocks, and Biotechnology Stocks, a doctor's guide to the most profitable medical stocks, along with 14 other books. He's now in the process of writing his 18th book, 100 New Millionaires, 100 Success Stories of Option Traders. If you are successful in making over $1 million with his help, your story will be a part of his upcoming book. Please listen carefully to every word of his advice. Here's a brief introduction to the world of options. With the invention of the internet, the average trader can now take advantage of options trading. Options are an instrument that were invented for institutions, money managers, and pension account managers to protect their portfolio of stocks. They buy and sell calls and puts as insurance for the market going in the wrong direction. That's how options began. Today, the world of options is much more complex. Many small traders and speculators dream of very high returns in options, so they enter the market too. Most tend to start off believing that they have discovered something new that allows them to profit tremendously with less capital investment. But the fact remains, most option traders lose money when they buy options. If anyone tells you that they made big money by simply buying calls or puts, then either they are new to the market and eventually the odds will catch up to them and they will lose money, or they're lying. If nothing else, learn this from me today. If a market guru tells you that he is going to help you make money by simply buying calls or puts only, run away from him. In a study done by the Chicago Mercantile Exchange, 3/4 of the buyers of options lose money as these options expire worthless. Buyers of mostly out-of-the-money options lose millions every day to a small percentage of professional traders who know the secrets to trading. It's like anything in life. The professionals take advantage of the small guys in the game. Before we go further, let me share a story with you. I want you to learn from Dr. Singh's personal experience. Dr. Singh is a former licensed professional engineer. On one fateful day, He made more money trading options than he used to make in an entire year as an engineer. He quit his engineering profession and became a licensed stockbroker. While working as a broker, he lost all the money he ever made, plus much more. It broke his heart, but nothing bothers him for too long. He learned from his mistakes and moved on. You know what he did to lose all his money? He bought calls and puts. No spreads, no hedges, just calls and puts. He thought he would always make money doing this, just like he did before. This was very immature on his part. Option prices went down every day when the stock went in his desired direction. It was decay in the time value of options. As his options went closer to expiration, the value of his options went to zero. This was a new experience for him, but it is not new in the industry. It happens 75% of the time that traders buy options. Dr. Singh learned lessons the hard way. Never trade more than what you can afford to lose. Always keep in mind the accelerating decay in the value of options as they get closer to expiration. Dr. Singh's monthly options trading works because we are selling a decreasing asset, but we're also using protective tricks. Most options expire worthless. You want to be the one selling them, not buying them. Options become less valuable over time, especially during the last few days before they expire. Dr. Singh's monthly options trading works because we are selling a decreasing asset, but we're also using protective tricks. Most options expire worthless. You want to be the one selling them, not buying them. Options become less valuable over time, especially during the last few days before they expire. With options that expire every month or every week, you can put that decayed value in your own pocket. While 75% of the time the option seller keeps all the money, we look for opportunities where the odds are much higher than 75% in our favor. Dr. Singh's strategies and trade choices are based entirely on experience, facts, and math. Fear and greed do not enter into the equation. He believes, as you must also learn to believe, that neither he nor anyone else can predict the direction of the market or any individual stock. The most you can do is follow a trend and be protected if it turns against you. Choose the right stock first. Don't scan the options market for trading opportunities. Scan the stock market instead. It is the underlying stock that is the key to a successful options trade. You must always start by focusing on stocks. None of the 28 option strategies discussed in this book will work if you pick the wrong underlying stock. Once you have entered an options trade, one of three things can happen. The stock can go up, down, or remain flat. By using his strategies, there is no need to pick stocks that must go up in order to give you a profit. The stock can go down or remain flat, and you can still profit. Most people get into trades and then wait for the result. Dr. Singh's approach is different. In his trading strategy, you are already aware of how much money you are 90% plus certain to make, no matter which way the stock moves. Most people suffer from a lack of planning and keep living on hopes and wishes and take losses in the end. With Dr. Singh's strategies, you tend to make money whether the stock goes up, down, or sideways. Monthly options expire on the third Friday of every month, and in most cases, if they were purchased out of the money, they would decrease in value until they become worthless. They give you a very decent return on your money. Small investors have limited choices to make money, and they don't have many other avenues than the ones that we will discuss. We have tested and retested to find the optimal strike prices and the best stocks for each strategy that we use. We deliver several trade picks per month to our members. Here are the results of our research. In 2009, we had a 97% success rate. 2010 was a 100% success rate. 2011, 99%. In both 2012 and 2013, we had a 100% success rate. In 2014, it was 95%. In 2015, we had a 99% success rate. In 2016, a 94% success rate. Even in 2017, most recently, we had a 100% success rate. Our approach is so conservative that we did not have a single losing year in our research of 9 years. Even in 2011 and 2015, when the S&P 500 was flat, 99% of trades were winners with gains of 97% and 73% respectively. Dr. Singh's research report of about 300 pages is patent pending with the U.S. Department of Commerce, as seen here. It reveals the complete details of these trades for the past 9 years. This report is about an amazing discovery by Dr. Singh. You can trade options for most stocks on a certain day of the month, every month, year after year, and get an average success rate of 94% to 100% every single year. It is a totally mechanical process that requires no thinking on your part. Even an 8-year-old child can follow these simple steps and produce the same results. The trades are automatically recommended on a certain date every single month by a software program that is available to the public. This system generated 795 total trades during the past 9 consecutive years, out of which 779 were successful. That is an average success rate of 98% annually. It even generated a total return of 746% for the 9 years. Before we begin talking about Dr. Singh's strategies, let me make it clear that some of the information may seem overwhelming to any of you that are just starting out. Please keep in mind that we spoon feed you the exact instructions you need, in addition to providing our training course by Dr. Duke. Let's get into the good stuff. Dr. Singh's proprietary 4-legged, 3-legged, and minimal risk strategies. Dr. Singh's 4-legged strategy. We use this strategy when we are almost sure that a stock will make a big move on a certain day, but we're not sure of the direction. The historical pattern of the stock market reveals that the market usually makes a big movement up or down during the first week of January. One way of taking advantage of this movement is to use your gambling instinct and bet that the market is going to go one way or the other. This way, you have a 50-50 chance of winning or losing. The other way is to act intelligently and form a trade in a certain way where whether the market goes up or down, you could benefit both ways. To take advantage of the market movement in both directions, Dr. Singh recommended this trade with SPY, which is indicative of S&P 500, to his students as follows. Buy 3 January 10th calls, buy 3 January 10th puts, these are short-term positions, sell 2 January 5th calls, and sell 2 January 5th puts. These are our long-term positions. Do you see what we're doing in this trade? We bought more calls and puts and sold less calls and puts. Therefore, 3 calls and 3 puts are long, and 2 calls and 2 puts are short. The strike price is the same for all the options. In this case, it was $267. We buy more than we sell. This ratio of 3 to 2 may change depending on several factors. The following slide shows our profit-loss projection at the time of the recommendation. The graph is based on the Black-Scholes pricing formula. As you can see, Dr. Singh could have profited on the trade whether SPY went up or down. It just had to make some kind of movement. Up or down, it doesn't matter. It is a matter of public record that SPY closed on Friday, December 29, 2017 at 266.86. This was the time the trade was recommended. It then later closed on January 5th, 2018. This was our short-term positions expiration, so we closed out of the trade at this time at 273.42. It showed us the probability of profit to be 100%. It has thus a very low margin requirement of $412. Someone strictly following Dr. Singh's instructions could have made $250 per contract. That is a return of 50% in a week's time. This strategy can be used for the stocks which may be coming up with its earnings report or FDA drug approvals on a certain date. You enter a day before these events and get out the next day. Let everyone else worry about the stock going up or down. You sit tight and hope that the stock is going to go either up or down. It is all a game of volatility which few non-professionals understand. If volatility goes up, we could make money whether the stock goes up, goes down, or remains flat. But if the volatility goes down, we may lose a limited amount if the stock does not move one way or the other. We employ our expertise to use the right category of stocks for this strategy. When we put these trades in our brokerage account and check the risk factor, it shows the probability of success to be 100%. To be conservative, we usually tell our clients that the probability of success for the trade is about 90%, and a probable loss of about $50 for the entire combination of the four legs. Since we provide read-only access to our actual trading account, our members are able to verify these facts on their own computers. We feel it is worth the risk of about $50 to make $1,000, $2,000, $10,000, or more. It is humanly impossible to find such trades without the help of our sophisticated software. Unlike single-leg or two-legged spreads, these spreads have four legs. All four legs of these spreads are picked in a certain ratio to keep the spread stable. It's like driving a four-wheeled car rather than a two-wheeled motorcycle. Here's another strategy, Dr. Singh's three-legged strategy. In these spreads, we sell a call and sell a put at the same or different strike prices. In most cases, we may buy a call at a strike price below or above the short call strike price to cover our risk on the upside. We pick up the options where we can collect enough credit premiums to limit downside risk. Here's an example of a trade you could have done with the stock ZGNX. Sell a call, sell a put, buy a call. All of these should be done with the same expiration date and placed as a single order. The idea behind the strategy is to reduce the risk and use the collected credits to protect both sides. At the time of this trade, the stock was trading at about $12. For this trade to achieve profit, the stock would need to remain above $2.90. Although anything is possible, it was highly unlikely that the stock would go below $2.90 before the option's expiration. The company had significant financial backing and had a 52-week low of about $7. We didn't expect the stock to go above $23.70 either. However, to protect an unexpected upside movement of the stock, we had bought an $18 call. The stock went up to $39 overnight, but because of our long call, we were able to profit on the large upside movement of the stock. Our approach is extremely conservative and well studied. The graph on the next page is based on the Black-Scholes option pricing model and shows the profit loss for this trade. As seen in the graph here, you lose money only when it goes below $2.90. Our trades are extremely well studied, and this trade could have allowed anyone to profit as much as $1,000 per contract if the stock simply did not make any significant moves or went well above $23.70. Here's how the stock's price went up in our favor in a single day. Let us understand the difference between Dr. Singh's strategy and that of most traders. Most people buy a call when they expect the stock to go up or buy a put when they expect the stock to go down. While others expect, or in other words hope, that a stock will move a certain way, Dr. Singh knows that the stock could go in the opposite direction. Our strategy behind this process is to risk limited money to make high percentage profits. Here's how we find these trades. Every day, our software analyzes trades that can be done at minimal risk by maintaining a certain ratio between long and short options. We then manually analyze these trades before recommending trades to our clients. Here's another strategy, Dr. Singh's minimal risk strategy. We ordinarily implement this strategy when we expect the stock to go up much higher than it might go down. Here's an example of a trade you could have used with the stock INSM. Buy a short-term call, buy a short-term put, sell a long-term call, sell a long-term put. Traditionally, traders buy the long-term positions and sell the short-term positions. What we are doing in this strategy is the opposite to the traditional method. We are buying the short-term options and selling the long-term. Our software provides us such trades where the short-term options could be bought at a relatively low price and the long-term options could be sold at a relatively high price. The graph on the following page shows that if the stock INSM dropped to $0, we would have had a gain of $200, and if it went to $50, we would have had a gain of $923. The only time we could have made a small profit or loss is when the stock closes flat. Even though it shows that we have virtually zero risk in trading this strategy, we tell our clients to assume that the loss could be about $50 to $100 to account for any uncertainties. The graph is based on the Black-Scholes pricing formula. This is the profit loss projection as we just discussed. Before the rapid spike of the stock's price, it had been trading at about $14. As you can see in this graph, using the parameters that Dr. Singh does with his minimal risk trades, you would have been able to profit no matter which direction the stock moved, protecting you on both sides. As you can see, INSM rose significantly following a Phase 3 data report, which was good news, and the stock spiked way up to about $31.14. This stock could have easily plummeted down close to zero had the news been bad. Dr. Singh's minimal risk strategy could have allowed you to limit your downside risk and leave you with an unlimited upside potential. As you see in the side-by-side comparison of the profit-loss diagram and the actual movement of the stock, if you had used Dr. Singh's minimal risk strategy trade, you could have profited about $600 per contract following the stock's spike in price. But more importantly, if the stock had gone against you and, for example, gone down to $2, you still would have profited about $200 per contract. This is why Dr. Singh calls this strategy his minimal risk strategy. Now let's review the common weekly bull put spread strategy. We trade weekly options usually for 5 days. We enter the trades on Monday and exit on Friday. Weekly options are likely to yield 3% to 10% or more in a week, which on an annualized basis work out to an ROI of 100% to 500% or higher. Every week we recommend several options trades to our clients that can make money regardless of market direction. There are a lot of different opinions about choosing your strike prices with the bull put spread strategy. Some of those opinions are based on actual results and math, and some are not. The issue is very complicated. We've seen some people teach levels and spreads that we know are dangerous. The bull put spread is used in a bull market. The bear call spread is basically the same trade but used in a bear market. We provide bull put and bear call spread trades only when we see favorable conditions for them. The bull put spread is a form of credit spread because it immediately pays you a net positive amount. Capital requirements are lowered, your risk is mathematically limited, and the trade structure provides a hedge. The closer the strike prices of the short put and the long put, the lower your capital requirements, the lower your risk, and the more contracts you can trade. Keep in mind that both of these trades, buy a put and sell a put, should be done at the same time as a single trade, creating a spread or credit spread. The net result is a credit to your account since the lower strike put that you buy is priced lower than the higher strike put that you sell. This trade is profitable only when the stock remains above the strike price of the short put, or on the rare occasion that the stock falls so far that your protective long put makes you a big profit. We will recommend you do these trades within the parameters of our stock portfolio. The probability of success still remains at about 90% or more. Our email recommendations to you will specify the probability of success of each of our recommendations. Even though we take all possible steps to make every trade a winning trade, anything can happen. For every trade we recommend, we provide you with our judgment of its probability of success. Dr. Singh will rarely recommend a trade that has less than 90% probability of success. If he does, he will tell you. Now you may wonder, does it work every time? No, but the probabilities of success are very much in your favor. For every trade we recommend, we provide you with our judgment of its probability of success. One thing he knows after trading for about 35 years is that there is no other proven strategy that works better than selling options premium. Our return on investment is very high. Why? Because most of the options we recommend end up having no value at expiration. Thus, you keep the money you initially collected and you save brokerage commissions at the exit. Brokers don't like our strategy as they make fewer commissions. But we are not in the business to please brokers. We have to do what is best for us. Let's examine the bull put spread trade when the stock really goes down and you are not only saved by your hedge, but can actually earn 100% profit or higher on the trade because your hedge skyrockets in value. The put that is long, aka your hedge, will go up in price. We can buy back the short put and let the long put increase in value as the stock continues going down. We can get out of our positions at any time. In fact, if our hedge is wildly profitable, it is wise to get out in stages or scale out. We can also limit any losses by getting out of the whole spread at any time. The most important thing to remember is stay out of the money, which means, assuming the stock is in an uptrend, you pick option strike prices below the current stock price, and therefore the options have time value only and no intrinsic value. In a bear market, we do the same thing, only upside down. We sell calls at a price higher than the current trading price of the stock and buy an even higher strike price call. We generally would not choose an options trade which has less than a 90% probability of success. Dr. Singh designed all his strategies around one belief. He strongly believes that no matter how much knowledge you may have, you are still likely to go wrong at times. To protect our money, he comes up with strategies that can make money in all three conditions. This takes us to a new chapter. These are the two bonus strategies I mentioned to you at the beginning of the webinar. Dr. Singh's riskless strategy. In these spreads, we buy the stock and buy in-the-money protective puts to cover our downward risk. In this strategy, we might buy 100 shares of stock and a protective put for a total risk of up to $30. We pick up only those stocks where the risk is minimal compared to profit potential. Our clients are pre-informed of the risks involved. We like to take a very small risk to potentially make $100, $1,000, or more. Dr. Singh's high flyers. We sometimes recommend trades where we risk a small amount of capital and accept a small probability of success, but we have a potential gain of 100%, 300%, 1,000%, or even more. Our strategies can work wonders for volatile stocks such as marijuana and biotech stocks because they tend to make big movements, especially when there are events coming up. Members see these trades and are told which strategy to use. Dr. Singh comes up with different strategies to take advantage of the disparities of the market at all times. If nothing else, learn this lesson from us. No one on this planet can correctly predict the direction of the market. When brokers call to tell you that the market is going up or down, it's a bad use of language either way. Either it has gone up or it has gone down. What's going to happen the next minute after they hang up the phone, no one knows. You can enter, exit, and place stop-loss orders on any of our recommendations during the weekends or other times of your convenience. We don't expect you to watch the market movements during the trading hours. Most times, our entry, exit, and stop-loss orders are placed before the market opens or after it closes. It is important to note that most times our stop-loss orders are attached to the execution orders. In other words, once our entry order is executed, our stop-loss order is automatically activated without us doing anything, so we don't have to worry at all during the week. Most traders make a mistake and place the stop-loss orders against the price of the option. Big mistake. The stop-loss order should be placed against the price of the stock. You will be told exactly when to get in. You will be told exactly when to get out. You will be told where and when to put a stop-loss order against the price of the stock and not against the price of the option. Here is our special offer to you. You will receive a minimum of 6 of our weekly recommendations every weekend for 1 year, at least a day before Dr. Singh wants you to do any trade. You can place your trades on Sunday and forget about them. These strategies are for quick, consistent profits every Friday. Most of these trades expire worthless after 5 days, so you simply collect your profit without having to pay the brokerage commission at the exit. You will receive a minimum of 2 of our monthly recommendations every month. Throughout the past 9 years, Dr. Singh's proprietary sequence of steps, as per his research, has produced over 795 trades with a success rate of 94% to 100% year after year. This strategy is patent pending, but you don't have to do any research to take advantage of these trades. Dr. Singh will send you a minimum of 2 of these trades every month. You can simply place these trades over the weekend and expect to have an above 94% success rate, just like Dr. Singh. You will be sent a 3-legged, 4-legged, minimal risk, or riskless strategy every weekend, similar to those discussed in this webinar depending on market conditions. At least one strategy trade every week for you to choose from for long-term profit potential. These long-term trades will give you more time for the trades to go in your favor to ensure you get the largest profit possible. Dr. Singh will provide the logic and the dates for each of these trades and when you should expect a big movement to the upside. You will be able to download Dr. Singh's book, Stock Options Work Half Hour a Day. Thousands have been sold on Amazon for $19.95. You will receive a free download of Dr. Singh's book, Stop Trading Stocks and Futures the Old-Fashioned Way. Trade options with minimal risk strategies. It is currently sold on Amazon for $200, but you will receive it completely free with your membership. You will be provided with the login passwords to Dr. Singh's actual trading account in read-only mode where you can follow every trade he makes week after week. It will act as a GPS for your trading. This is something that Dr. Singh does to be even more transparent with you. There is nobody else in the industry that is willing to give you read-only access to their personal trading account so that you can follow them along step by step. Dr. Singh is willing to put his reputation on the line by letting you see into his account week after week. Here is our normal pricing for this kind of service. But wait, do not sign up for any of the plans on our website yet. We will announce discounted prices for these plans in just a moment. Plan B. You pay a discounted price of $995 a year for a limited time. This plan includes all 6 benefits mentioned a minute ago, along with the unlimited email support. Plan C. This is our VIP Circle, where you pay a discounted price of $1,995 per year. This plan includes all benefits of our Plan B membership, plus the following. This is the blessing for beginners we mentioned at the beginning of the webinar. You will receive access to a private live training course hosted by Dr. Duke that will teach you every week with full support and guidance. Dr. Duke is well known in the industry as he's a frequently invited speaker at the Money Show, Traders Expo, and the Forex and Options Expo conferences. This course will share examples of Dr. Singh's actual weekly newsletter, and we will provide you detailed videos explaining these strategies. Recently, we added a very special feature to our VIP Circle, and that is to keep you updated about some biotech stocks. Dr. Singh's wife, who is a medical doctor for the past 30 years, is, at times, of great help in analyzing these stocks because of their medical nature. These stocks can move 100% or more in a single day. It is mostly an unknown secret keeping track of FDA hearing dates for biotech stocks. It is a very cumbersome process, but we take care of it. We will even include a free download of Dr. Singh's latest book, Biotechnology Stocks, a doctor's guide to the most profitable medical stocks. It is currently sold on Amazon for $190, but you will receive it completely free with your membership. Now, before I go further, I'd like to make it clear exactly who our VIP Circle Advisory Service is for. People who don't want to sit on their computer trading any part of the day. So if you're the type of person that likes to day trade and sit on their computer and watch the stocks go up and down every minute of every hour every day, this is not the service for you. As I mentioned in the beginning, we're very conservative traders, and most of our strategies require just placing the orders and then waiting to a certain date to do anything with them. This service is also for people seeking investment opportunities less risky than stocks. It's also for people that are seeking large returns on their investments. People that need hand-holding from the industry's best. Please keep in mind also, this is restricted to a small group of people. This group will learn the strategies that Dr. Singh learned after trading for over 30 years and putting his own millions of dollars at risk. Normally a service like this could cost anywhere from $8,000 to $10,000 a year. Dr. Singh doesn't want you to pay such a high price for this service because it defeats the basic purpose of giving this education to the average person. This is why Dr. Singh has done the following. In the beginning, I said that I will announce a special gift for you. I waited to tell you about it because it is reserved only for those who showed their interest by attending this webinar all the way to the end. Here is Dr. Singh's gift. If you join Plan B by midnight Eastern Time today, Dr. Singh will upgrade you to Plan C, our VIP Circle, absolutely free, thus saving you $1,000 and giving you full access to our VIP Circle. Here's everything that is included in the service. Dr. Singh's VIP Circle. You will receive a minimum of 6 weekly recommendations sent to you every week, at least a day before Dr. Singh wants you to do any trade. You will receive a minimum of 2 monthly recommendations sent to you every month. Three-legged, four-legged, riskless, or minimal risk strategy trades sent to you every weekend depending on market conditions. You'll receive biotech stock updates and market insight reports every week. You will be able to download Dr. Singh's book, Biotechnology Stocks, a doctor's guide to the most profitable medical stocks. You will even receive Dr. Singh's latest book, Stop Trading Stocks and Futures the Old-Fashioned Way. Trade options with minimal risk strategies. You will even receive Dr. Singh's login information to his personal account in read-only mode. And you will even receive a weekly, live, personalized training course hosted by Dr. Duke. All this can be yours in the limited time offer if you join Plan B by midnight Eastern Time tonight for the low price of $995. We will upgrade you to our VIP circle absolutely free. So you get all these benefits for just $995. Please note that this offer may not be mentioned on our website. Simply join Plan B and we will upgrade you to Plan C, which is our VIP circle, thus saving you $1,000 and giving you access to all the added bonuses. Please note that this offer is only valid until midnight Eastern Time tonight. You will find that there is hardly anyone in this industry who has Dr. Singh's kind of experience and has earned a PhD for their research on options trading. Dr. Singh understands coming from nothing, but after coming to America with just $8 and earning tens of millions in different enterprises, he has a passion to help others do the same. Dr. Singh is trying to be fully open in every respect. As I mentioned before, he's in the process of writing his 18th book, 100 New Millionaires, 100 Success Stories of Option Traders. If you are able to make over $1 million with his guidance, he would like to write your story in his book. Dr. Singh offers two advantages if you join as a client. The first is that it will help him satisfy his goal to have at least 100 people make $1 million with his support and guidance. He has a passion to create millionaires, and he did so in different enterprises and authored his best-selling book, We Create Millionaires. Then, he will write about their achievements in his unique book. This will be the first book of its kind. He wants to be remembered for this unique contribution to society. He wants you to be successful in trading options. Joining our VIP circle establishes a long-term relationship with us. It also assures us you are serious about success. There is a limited number of VIP spots available, and we will stop accepting them after a certain point. Every success in life is related to commitment. If you are not dedicated to make money on a long-term basis, this is not the service for you. It is not a get-rich-quick scheme. Millions are not made overnight. We are willing to hold your hand and guide you provided you are not a quitter. Just one of the high probability trades working in your favor could pay for your entire fee. Make sure to join today before midnight Eastern Time so we can send you our current recommendations and our bonus offers. This way you can start trading immediately. Please keep in mind again, you may not find this offer on our website. It is only for people watching this presentation. Simply sign up for Plan B and we will keep our promise to upgrade you to our VIP circle. You will be sent a copy of our recommendations as soon as you join. To join, click Join Now right below this webinar. Please hurry. We have only a few spots left for our VIP circle. Previous to holding this webinar, we conducted a survey for the most common questions. Dr. Singh, would you please answer some of these questions?
Sure. Hi, everyone. I hope you all enjoyed the webinar. Yes, go ahead, Elliot, ask me the questions, please.
Here's our first question. Previously, I joined some other options guiding services, but they did not work. How can I be sure that this one will work?
Well, you have to ask yourself if they have the same qualifications and experience as I do. Did they make the same trades that they recommended to you? Were they open enough to provide you login information to their own personal account? Did they provide you a guarantee to refund you the enrollment fee if the recommendations did not work? If your answer to all these questions is no, then you know whom you're dealing with.
Here's our next question. What level of trading do I need in my brokerage account to do these trades?
Well, we recommend trades for all levels, so if you are just starting out, you can still utilize our services.
What is the account size that I should start with?
We recommend a minimum of $5,000 to make it worth your time and worth our time, but ultimately it's up to you.
Here's our next question. Is it easy to trade options? Does your system make it easier?
Well, we try to make it very easy for you. We will send you an email of our recommendations at least a day before we want you to do any trade. Our email will have complete details, what and when to enter and exit. We don't expect you to do any other work except placing an order with your broker. All you need to do is spend 15 minutes of your time every week. Yes, Elliot.
Here's our next question. Why do you have us buy puts to cover ourselves? Is it just for protection if the stock goes south?
We do this for two reasons. First, it reduces the margin requirement, and second, it's superior to a stop loss because if the stock drops suddenly, you won't be forced to take a large loss.
Here's another question. How long will it take me to learn?
Interesting question. It all depends on your interest and desire to learn. We try to make it easy for you by giving the passwords to my personal account so you can learn it fast. Dr. Duke will teach you the logic behind my strategies, along with provide you the support and everything that you might need.
Our next question is, I'm new to this. What kind of support can I expect from you?
We provide unlimited email support. Additionally, if you join by the midnight Eastern Standard Time today, you will have access to Dr. Duke's course and him an additional support. Our strategies are well explained in the videos he has provided for all our VIP circle members. These videos explain all our strategies in depth and are provided as a courtesy to you. Thank you.
Someone else asked, if I make over $1 million with someone else's system, can you still write my story in your upcoming book, 100 New Millionaires, 100 Success Stories of Option Traders?
It's nice to have this desire, but that's not possible. In order to be included in this book, you have to be our client and should make over $1 million with our recommendations, not someone else.
Someone else asked, does this work in all kinds of market conditions?
My strategy is based on one fundamental principle, that it should work whether the market goes up, goes down, or remains flat. In fact, in our calculations, we already assume that the market is going to go against us.
Someone asked another interesting question. Is options trading safer than stocks?
Well, it's all a matter of knowledge and experience. Most of my strategies are based on trading in ways that are less risky than trading stocks. Our selling put strategy is based on the assumption that stocks should have to drop far below the current trading price before you would lose money. Yes, anything else, Elliot?
I think that's it for all the questions. Thank you, Dr. Singh, for answering these questions. As I mentioned before, we have an amazing offer here for you, one that you cannot find anywhere else. As I mentioned in the beginning of the webinar, whether you are a beginner or have experience trading and have won some but can't figure out how to do it consistently, or you heard about Dr. Singh and his success and were curious about how he does it, whatever your current situation is, Dr. Singh's strategies and recommendations can give you what you ultimately want. The income to buy you the freedom you desire. Money isn't everything, but it sure can help. His strategies are extremely conservative, yet still wildly profitable. Anyone can just make these trades over the weekend and enjoy their lives. With the extra income you could be generating from these trades, you can have the freedom to do whatever it is you want. The strategies taught to you today were developed by Dr. Singh himself. Any true expert can take one look at these strategies and tell you the complexity and genius behind them. I don't know about you, but I've never been able to develop an option strategy, especially not several which all consistently produce success rates of over 90%. Have you ever done that? Dr. Singh is here to bring you into the world of a professional retail trader, one where you can rely on a system of steady profits rather than just buying calls and puts and hoping for the best. We've taught you his strategies here, and once you join, we will show you how to implement them in real life with his recommendations that come out every week. If you are new, then do not worry. We will have Dr. Duke train you. You will have 2 PhDs by your side guiding you to success no matter what your experience or past wins or losses is. Do not postpone or put this decision on the back burner. You deserve to live the life you want, drive the car you want, and provide for your family as you should. As I mentioned before, this offer is not shown on our website. To take advantage of the $1,000 discount, you must first click on the Join Now button below this webinar and join our Plan B membership for $995 so that we can upgrade you to our VIP circle. Please take a moment to do so. Spots are filling up fast. I thank you for listening and tuning in. If you still have not joined and have some unanswered questions, please type in your name and phone number as a single message in the chat box below. We will have someone contact you as soon as possible.